We're working on angle relationships. And one of the things that we have discussed, we've talked about linear pairs and vertical angles, uh, and also complementary angles. These are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. And supplementary angles, and with these, of course, are two angles that add up to 180 degrees. And from that, given some information, we can determine the angle measures if we know whether they're complementary or supplementary. Now, this example that I have here corresponds to page 48 in your textbook. It's example 2, angle measures, and this is a guided practice there. And it says, find the measure of two complementary angles if the measure of the larger angle is 12 more than twice the measure of the smaller angle. So let's think about this. We got two angles, and one's bigger than the other. So let's see, we got an angle like this, and we got an angle, let's say, like that. Now let's make sure this one looks like a little bigger. Maybe like that. And we're told that these two angles are complementary. That means that they're going to add up to 90 degrees. And the larger angle is 12 more than twice the measure of the smaller angle. So let's say that the angle measured for right now, this smaller angle, is x. And so if this larger angle is 12 more than twice the measure of the smaller angle, then we could say that this is 2x plus 12. And the two of those are going to add up together. And so we've got to find the measures of these two angles given what we know. So let's set this up. We can then say that x plus 2x plus 12 equals 90 degrees. Well, we're just going to solve this algebraically, so then we can say that 3x plus 12 equals 90. Let's subtract 12 from both sides. That's going to be 3x is equal to 78. And when I divide both sides by 3, let's see, 3 are going to 7. 2 times carry a 1. So x is equal to 26. So this smaller angle right here is going to be 26 degrees. And then I'm going to have to plug in 26 for x and for this larger angle to find it. So let's do that. So I'm going to say, let's put this in a different color. So I'm going to say that 2 times 26 plus 12, that's going to give me the angle, the measure of the larger angle. So let's see, 2 times 26 is 52. 52 plus 12 equals 64. So this larger angle is going to then be 64 degrees. Now, if I want to check myself, I might say, okay, well, let's see, 26 plus 64, does that equal 90? And it does. All right, there's an example, in this case, of finding two complementary angles. Now, if it was said supplementary angles, we would set this equal to 180, not 90. Get some practice in. Do your homework.